You've got the suit.
Hello everyone. Before we begin, we'll do a very quick 10 minutes with Yuri, but I'd just like to say that Yuri will only be answering questions in English. He can take questions in French, so obviously he understands, but he will only be answering questions in English. If we could operate a hands-up system just to make this a little bit smoother, that'd be much appreciated. So, 10 minutes, fire away. Phil, if you'd like to start.
Hi Yuri, Phil McNulty, BBC Sport. Ahead of a game like this tomorrow, how much confidence does it give you to have a manager like Unai Emery, who is so experienced and successful in European competition, leading you into this game?
Yeah, a lot of confidence. Obviously, he knows what it is to be at this stage of the competition, so he's got a plan in place and we're just ready to play the game tomorrow.
Bonsoir en français. In French?
Question. Yeah, you can take the question in French, but you'll answer in English.
Quand vous avez su que vous alliez tomber sur le Paris Saint-Germain après la qualification contre Liverpool et notamment après les matchs contre Manchester City, vous êtes dit quoi avec les joueurs dans le vestiaire? Merci.
Well, obviously we're happy in a way that it's a good team to play against. Either Paris Saint-Germain or Liverpool were two tough opponents to play against. So now at this stage of the competition, we're just here to play games, hopefully win them, and we're only going to face tough opponents. So we have to be ready and at the level of the competition.
Bonjour, en français aussi. À quel type d'accueil vous vous attendez pour Emiliano Martinez, qui, on le sait, est un peu fâché avec le public français depuis la dernière Coupe du Monde?
I don't know, to be honest, I don't really care. I'm just here to play the game, and whatever happens with Emi, as long as it stays respectfully in football terms, then I don't mind.
Bonjour Yuri, tu es souvent vu comme un relais entre la défense et l'attaque. Quel équilibre essaies-tu de garder face à une équipe ultra-offensive comme le PSG? Dunia Mesli pour ATS. Merci.
Well, I always try and, obviously with a plan that the managers put in place to, like you said there, to relay between defense and attack, especially when we have the ball, to try and help as much as I can in the build-up play and to put my teammates in forward position, try to put them as comfortable as possible in the attacking areas, but like you said there, Paris Saint-Germain are a very offensive team, and it's going to be very hard to do that tomorrow, and we're going to have to find the right spaces at the right time to hopefully get a good game, and for myself to pick up the spaces.
Graham?
Yuri, I don't know whether you noticed, but Emmy was wearing some rather natty headgear on his way out here. Seemed to have a French cockerel on it and a badge with some Argentine trophies on it. Does that suggest that he's quite relaxed about taking the heat from the fans tomorrow?
Yeah, I've got no idea, to be honest. I don't know, that's probably his style, but the only thing I can say is that he's ready for the game tomorrow and he's not spoken any differently than for any other game. So yeah, I think he's focused and he's looking forward to it.
Bonjour Yuri, Benjamin Corrès pour le Parisien. Tu joues depuis 2 ans avec Lucas Digne, qui a retrouvé une place de titulaire plus régulièrement en équipe de France depuis quelques mois. Qu'est-ce que tu peux nous dire sur lui, sur l'impact qu'il a dans cette équipe d'Aston Villa? Merci.
Well, I think Luca has, since my time here, he's been really good. He's been very consistent. He's had to work his way into the team, into the system, and he's done it brilliantly, especially the last year or so, where he's been the first choice left back for the manager, and he's been playing really good. Coming back into the national team, I think he's very proud of that as well, to have worked his way back into the team. With all the talent that you have in France, I think it's credit to him and his hard work.
Yuri, you've still got 3 competitions in which you're going so well. How pleased are you with the form currently and at this vital point of the season?
Well, very pleased. Obviously, you always want to do well, especially at the latter stages in the season. You want to be here and fighting for trophies. That's the ambition always, but you have to look at the process that we've gone through, especially since I'm here. I think we've only gone upwards, and even though you've always got that dip in the season, I think we've come out of that really well, and now we're just ready for the end of this season and to finish as strongly as possible, hopefully.
Cool. Dan?
Yuri, you've talked about the journey and the experience. Can you just talk to me about the growth from this time last year? Because when you were in the semi-finals of the Conference League, competing for a top four, since then, this January, you've added to the squad the likes of Marcus and Marco. So what's the difference amongst the group as you have another European quarter-final?
Yeah, I think obviously the main difference is the competition that we're playing in. Obviously going from the Conference League to the Champions League is a big step up, but in this stage of the competition, I think every team is really good, and the fact that we could add some of the players that you mentioned, some quality players, it's credit to the club to have recruited those players, but also credit to the players when they came in to be hitting that form straight away. I think it helps us massively.
John?
Yuri, very often it's said that even the very best clubs need to have season after season after season of experience in this competition to really make an impact. So how can it be that you could do this in your very first season in this competition?
I think it's just a case of performing at the right moment. We have some players with a lot of experience, and I think you can tell in the way that we play in this competition, especially against some of the biggest teams that we've been playing against. I don't need to mention names that we've been playing against, but I think some of the results we've had in these competitions were really good. But the way that we played and that we adapted ourselves to the competition was brilliant. But I think the main thing is our focus and our mentality going into games, knowing that we can do something here, but also knowing that we have tough opponents against us. So we're always ready, we're prepared, and we just want to give our best for ourselves.
Yuri, what has Marco brought to the team? Obviously, he feels like he brings an aura to the group, and obviously a strange one for him coming back to PSG.
Yeah, probably a strange one, because you can never predict in advance that you're gonna face your own team, really. I think he's been, like I said, brilliant since he came in. He's worked really hard. You can see on the pitch he's making efforts for the team defensively, and then offensively speaking, you can just see his class whenever he touches the ball. I remember his first cameo at Villa Park. I think it was just brilliant. He just glided through some of the midfielders that he came up against, and I like him a lot because he works very hard for the team. He's someone that takes responsibility with the ball as well. He tries to pick up spaces that, for me, is really good, because I can pass him the ball in forward areas, and then off the pitch he's just a really calm, really good guy, and works hard.
Okay, Matt?
Do you think that's an underrated element of his game, Yuri, the work rate?
Yeah, probably, because when you look at him, you don't think that he's a hard worker in that sense, where he's probably more so a ball player, but off the ball he does his job really good, and that's what we need from every player.
Yuri, vous avez retrouvé Boubacar Kamara au milieu de terrain. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous parler un petit peu du duo que vous formez et de la complémentarité que vous avez depuis votre arrivée?
Yeah, Bouba is a very good player. Obviously, very easy to play with. For me to play next to him we understand each other very well. The system is there for us as well to understand each other, and he's a guy that can pick up balls and make the team play, but also can break up play as easily. So, like I said, it's a joy to play with and very easy.
And last one at the back there.
Bonjour Yuri, Achille H pour BFM. Comment expliquez-vous l'intégration ultra rapide de Asensio Est-ce que vous l'avez aidé? Il s'intègre très très bien et il a de très très belles performances depuis son arrivée. Pour autant, ça fait très peu de temps qu'il est là.
Yeah, like I just said to one of your colleagues, he's been really good since he came in. He's been working really hard on the pitch, and he's just fit into the team really well. I think the system suits him as well to play off the striker as a number 10 and to be able to be free around the striker and pick up spaces, and we can fight him through the line. So he's a really good player.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome everyone. Unai is going to take questions in English, French and Spanish, but we'll answer in English and Spanish only. I don't know if we're going to use a raise hand, so we'll try and get round as many as possible.
Coach, bonsoir. Mourad Sefiane pour la source parisienne. Vous qui êtes passé 2 ans au Paris Saint-Germain, vous avez gardé un attachement fort avec le club. Vous vous attendez à quel accueil demain soir de la part des supporters?
Okay. Can you repeat, please?
Bonsoir. Là, vous m'entendez, c'est bon? Is it good?
Yeah.
Vous qui avez été 2 ans au Paris Saint-Germain et très très proche des supporters, du club, vous vous attendez à quel accueil demain soir de la part des supporters dans ce stade? Merci.
Good evening. I spent here two years and always thankful. And I learned, I had here experiences, and everything I did before, of course, is in my back, and trying to transform for my moment now as a coach like I am. And feeling good. It's the first time I am again here in Paris and in Parc des Princes. It is something special for me, special. And of course, very proud of how I am coming back here, playing with Aston Villa Champions League and trying to enjoy this quarter of finals.
Unai, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes, Dani Gil de la cadena COPE. Luis Enrique dijo la temporada pasada que esta, sin Mbappé, serían mejor equipo, jugarían mejor. ¿Estás de acuerdo? ¿Crees que hasta ahora este Paris Saint-Germain es mejor? Gracias.
No he podido comparar el Paris Saint-Germain de la temporada pasada a la de esta. Lo que he visto de este año, desde luego, están jugando un fútbol fantástico. Están, además de compitiendo, que eso siempre lo ha hecho Luis Enrique y sus equipos, están dominando con superioridad la Liga. Y en Champions League han tenido diferentes momentos, pero desde luego la eliminatoria contra el Liverpool fue una eliminatoria donde han demostrado un poderío enorme.
Bonjour. Emiliano Martinez, je vous laisse reprendre. Emiliano Martinez a une histoire, on va dire, contrariée avec les supporters français depuis la dernière Coupe du Monde. À quel type d'accueil vous attendez pour lui demain au Parc des Princes? Merci.
We are playing Champions League, we are playing different competition, we are playing clubs. And of course, Emiliano Martinez is a very important player for us. He's one of the best players in the world, the better goalkeeper in the world. He got here the award for it this year in Paris. And football is to understand the supporters, to understand how you are following, supporting, helping your team. Every players, every coaches, every supporters, when we are playing against another team in the same country or in different countries, we have to try to understand, always being respectful, our nationality and our identity, defending our clubs, our countries. I think it's no more. I think it's football, only football. And tomorrow we are going to face Paris Saint-Germain French team, playing football. The supporters, they are going to support them. Our supporters, they are going to support us, and hopefully being respectful in everything.
Bonsoir, coach Dunia Mesli pour ATS. Merci. Depuis votre arrivée à Aston Villa, l'équipe a montré de nets progrès dans son jeu. Et comment vos joueurs se préparent-ils mentalement pour affronter un tel défi européen contre le PSG? Et le PSG vous pousse-t-il à revoir votre approche tactique, ou vous avez une stratégie spécifique à suivre demain? Merci.
Aston Villa is a historic club in the world, and they won the Euro Cup in 82, sorry. And of course, it's something very special in football. The recognition of Aston Villa is massive. And when I arrived here, Aston Villa 2 years and a half ago, I knew I knew this history. Of course, my challenge was in that moment to be contender for trophies, to play Europe again, and in case like we are doing now to play Champions League was really amazing. To keep it consistency is my next challenges. To be playing in Paris Champions League quarter final is something really special and amazing for everybody we are involved in Aston Villa, but something we want to be consistency doing it, or playing in this level. And tomorrow we are facing PSG after they beat Liverpool. I think was the favorite before because they were doing the best way in this Champions League, and they beat it then playing fantastic football and deserving it. Now maybe with Real Madrid, with Bayern Munich, with Barcelona, PSG, they are favorite. And how we are facing them, how we are showing our capacity, our potential tomorrow, how we are responding in everything, their demands to us tactically, individually with the players they have, is really a huge challenge for me, for the players. And we are feeling confidence, we are feeling comfortable in this competition, Champions League, and tomorrow my objective is to compete, to have our opportunities, and to enjoy the way we are doing.
Unai, you spoke about players' pride in their club and in their nationality, and Emi trained today with the flag of Argentina dyed into his hair, and he wore a cap with it looked like a French cockerel and some Argentine trophies on it. He's obviously relaxed about taking the heat from the fans. Are you as relaxed with him, or would you advise him against wearing any of that tomorrow?
He's mature and he's responsible. He's getting better controlling his emotions. Really, you know him before me, no, because I was working with him in Arsenal as well. But you know him before I arrived here in Aston Villa. I think when he arrived Aston Villa 5-6 years ago, and now it's different, Emiliano Martinez. I think he's more mature, he's more he's a better player, a better goalkeeper. And now my conversation with him is always the same. Now focus football, focus your individual challenges you have, and try to manage as well everything you are achieving in the level you are breaking highest. Try to control with the emotion is bringing to you.
Unai, good to see you. I just wanted to ask you, from a year ago when you're preparing for the semi-final against Olympiacos, for example, how happy are you with the squad you now have available, not just with the numbers, but the experience that you brought in January with Asensio, with Rashford, Marlon as well, with their European experience, especially for these kind of games?
We are developing this season, progressively getting better and taking some decision in a key moment very important. For example, in the January transfer windows, we did some very demanding change in our squad because as well we were involving in the Champions League. We were getting rounds forward, and in Premier League as well we needed to get consistently better like we did. And of course now we are recovering in your players. We are as well with the players they have enough experiences succeeding in Europe, like Asensio, like Rashford, like Malen. Last year he plays the final, but of course you know he's not in the list. But the most important is how we are responding collectively. Of course, individually they are helping us, and they are going to use their experience as well to play against PSG those 2 legs. But the most important is how we are responding collectively, how we are individually helping the team and collectively feeling stronger and feeling confidence to play in the level we are facing tomorrow, for example, or even in Premier League, the challenge we have to be increasing our demands to be in the top 6, top 5.
Hi. You have been working now for a couple of months with Marcus Rashford. I'm here. Sorry. A couple of months. Is there anything that has surprised you about him during these weeks?
Marcus Rashford?
Yes.
He's a good guy. He's humble. He's a very good professional player. He's really happy with his teammates. He's being demanding himself everything we want to work with him, with the team, and I think he's playing free. He's playing as well comfortable, and this is the most important. Try to connect with him as a person firstly, and after it to connect with him as a player. And his process here is getting better as well. He's playing in 2 different positions. He started as a left winger. Now he's playing more as a striker. How he can exploit his qualities as better as possible with us. This is the process we have. Still work to do, still process to do, but the most important how he's feeling. If we are seeing him smiling is the best news we can have, and I am seeing him happy. I am seeing him commitment with everything we are doing, and now only is to watch him playing on the field.
Hola Unai, por acá. Juanjo Rueda de Caliente TV México. No sé si lo sabías, pero eres el segundo entrenador con mejor porcentaje de victoria en eliminatorias de Champions y Europa League. Hoy Luis Enrique hacía eco de eso y te reconocía esa labor en Europa. Yo te quería preguntar, ¿qué haces diferente a la hora de enfrentar una eliminatoria y por qué tienes tan buen porcentaje en torneos continentales?
Bueno, yo llevo 16 años consecutivos jugando Europa. Es algo que siempre he tenido muy presente desde el agradecimiento a los clubes que he estado y la responsabilidad llevado a la máxima. Trato de tener esa responsabilidad de cara al club donde estoy para poder sacar lo mejor del equipo, de los jugadores. Entonces, mañana tengo otro reto, otro gran reto. Si somos capaces de enfrentarnos a un PSG al nivel que está y ser capaces de ganarles. Por supuesto, trabajaremos todo lo que podamos en cuanto a lo colectivo, a lo individual, a manejar los momentos, a las emociones, disfrutarlo. Y se consigue este proceso pues siendo muy competitivo, desde esa responsabilidad de preparar lo mejor posible los partidos. Pero, lógicamente, el fútbol es algo muy difícil y que en base al trabajo que uno hace y si los jugadores pues más o menos cogen la misma sintonía y son capaces de explotar sus cualidades, pues ayudan, ¿no? Yo soy un entrenador que siempre estaré en manos de los clubes y en manos de los jugadores, y yo trataré de aplicar mi experiencia, la experiencia que aquí mismo comentaba, adquirí también aquí en el PSG 2 años.
Unai, to your left.
Yeah.
Got me. How can you take advantage of the absence of Marquinhos in this match? Because if it is to be Beraldo and Pacho, obviously very good young players, but don't have the experience of Marquinhos. So can you take advantage of the absence of one player?
I respect PSG, every player they have. Marquinhos, I know him. Of course, his career has been amazing here in PSG. and he's a very important player for them as a captain. He's going to play the second leg. But I think they have experienced players as well, with Hernandez. Pacha is young, Berardi is young, but I think they are players learning so quick in this level and playing in this level because they are achieving it through their work with Luis Enrique and through their work here with PSG. But of course, Marquinhos is very important for them, and I know him how is as a player and how very important is as a player for them. But we are going to respect other players that are going to play tomorrow.
Good evening. My name is Przemysław Chlebicki and I am a journalist of TVP Sport from Poland. And I have a question of a Polish player, Mati Kasz. Why didn't he play in the last match in the Premier League? It's the first question. And what's more, I would like to ask you about his role in the team now. Did it change in the last months? And is he in a good shape, in your opinion?
It's very important for us, Mati Kasz. He's in Aston Villa for a long time. And you're asking me about the last match. The last match he didn't play because I decided for another players. And because as well, when we are playing out of matches in a row, he's sometimes being in risk to get injured, and he was getting injured before, sometimes playing matches in a row. But I am very happy with him, and he has potential to exploit more even than he did here. And we are demanding with him. He's as well very good professional, and he wants to improve, and he wants to do everything we are working, and hopefully he can play tomorrow, the first leg, second leg, in case he's playing his best football.
Sorry, this is going to be the last question, and I apologise we've not managed to get out
Bonjour,
everyone.
en français. Saïd Hamda, il y a un match dans le match entre vous et Luis Enrique que vous connaissez très bien. Vous avez un bilan plutôt négatif contre lui avec 7 défaites pour 2 victoires seulement. Est-ce que c'est pas aussi quelque part pour vous un défi personnel ce match? À quelle configuration vous vous attendez? Et si vous avez aussi un message pour les supporters parisiens? Merci.
He's one of the best coaches in the world, and he showed it, but not only showed it in Barcelona, showed it in PSG, or showed it in the national team in Spain. He showed it as well in Celta de Vigo, in Barcelona, under 21. He was a coach. And I faced him a lot of times, and always it's difficult to tactically to defend them, to impose, to dominate our tactical idea, because he's very demanding with how he's creating or building his team. They are in the pressing. They are very good doing the press with the players they have, and as well with the ball they are attain. They are keeping ball possession and being so aggressive and intense in each action they are doing in all the field. And tomorrow is a challenge, but it's a challenge like before, and it's a challenge because we want to compete and to be as well protagonist on the field. But it's not a challenge, individual challenge with him. I appreciate him a lot. I respect him a lot. I will be tomorrow grateful to see him, and as well how he is always in football showing, and we can learn everything as well with another coaches, and he's a coach. Always he's doing something you can bring in this structure tactically, and tomorrow I will enjoy playing football, playing two good teams, and in Champions League, and of course hopefully we can watch a very good match with very good players, and doing our best as well in Aston Villa with the players.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Excuse me, just 1 second. The media area upstairs is going to be open until 9:15 instead of 8:30, so you guys have time to do your work. Okay? Thanks, everyone.